Hey everyone. This video will go over our first AP style lesson, which is really a focus on grammar. You won't actually be using your AP style book for this one. This just goes over some very basic grammar on parts of speech. Grammar is critically important, especially for professional writers and journalists. 30 million people in the United States, 14% of our overall US adult population, don't actually read well enough to understand a news story written at an eighth grade level. And 61% of high school students say that they've never written more than 5 pages. So it's really important for us as professional writers to focus on grammar and writing skills because a lot of times we get out of practice with writing due to technology because we're writing for other things like class. And the best way to become a professional writer is through practice. But you need to understand the basics of grammar and sentence structure prior to being able to do that. So that's why I'm going over this video. I know many of you know this material already, but it's important that we do a quick refresher on parts of speech and sentence structure prior to starting out. So there are basic parts of speech that I think we all hopefully know, but sometimes we forget what these terms mean, but I'll be referring to them throughout the semester. So I just wanted to quickly go over them. Yes, I know this is like very basic middle and high school English, but just so we know and are on the same page, I just wanted to go over these. So a noun is going to be a person, place, or thing. So if I'm saying Danielle is a teacher at Montevallo, the noun would be Danielle, things like that. Pronouns are words that are used in place of the noun. So if I'm talking about myself, I would say I. If I'm talking about a girl that I see, it would be she, things like that. Verbs express action or states of being. So these are all of the action words that we hear: works, laugh, cries, all things we do in 2020. And it can also be a state of being. So verbs like is, are, be, things like that. Adjectives are things that describe a noun or pronoun. So if I was talking about a pretty red apple, then pretty and red would both be adjectives that are describing the noun of apple. An adverb modifies or describes a verb, adjective, or another adverb. And so a lot of adverbs end in ly, but you can also use an adverb to describe when a verb happens. So he runs later. Later would be an adverb. And the degree to which someone does the verb. So he almost fell. Almost would be an adverb describing how he fell. A preposition is a word that is placed before a noun or pronoun to form a modifying phrase. And so this is those prepositions like on, in, under, to kind of describe the noun. A conjunction joins words, phrases, or clauses together. The very common ones are and, but, or. And a lot of times these are used to either combine a phrase or to make two sentences and combine those two sentences. An interjection are words that are used to express emotion, and they kind of just interject into the sentence. So they're not any of these other types of parts of speech. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh would be the interjection there. So in basic sentence structure, there are 5 main types of objects within sentence structure. And the first is the subject. This is the part of the sentence that's the person, place, or thing that is performing the action of the sentence. And this involves any of the words that are part of the subject. So it's not just the noun of man, but it's also the man is the entire subject. So it's important that you can be able to identify the part of the sentence that is performing the action. The predicate is the expression of action or being within that sentence. And again, that's not just the verb, but anything that comes after it as well. Once you get past the subject and predicate, you have different types of objects. The first is a direct object, and this is the part of the sentence that receives the action. So the man builds a house. A house is what the man builds, and so therefore it's a direct object. The man is directly building a house or building it. An indirect object indicates to whom or for whom the action of the sentence is being done. So the man builds his family a house. The man is not building his family, he's building a house, the direct object, but he does that for his family. So they are the indirect object for whom the man is building. A subject complement is the part of sentence that either renames or describes the subject and is therefore usually a noun, pronoun, or adjective. So a lot of times it's just how we are describing the subject of the sentence. So in the sentence, the man is a good father. Father is a noun, which renames the subject. The man and the father are the same person, so therefore it's a subject complement. And good is an adjective, which describes the subject. We're saying the man is good. And so therefore, both of those words would be subject complements. So that's really basic grammar structure for parts of speech and sentence structure. You're going to complete a quick homework assignment. I've actually loaded it into Canvas so that you are able to download the parts of speech homework, and then you can upload the file back into Canvas by Monday, August 31st at midnight. Up next, after that, you're going to watch a video on finding news stories to get you started on looking at story ideas for the rest of the semester. Finally, read chapter 3 for Monday so that you'll be prepared for our lecture on Monday. I hope you guys are enjoying this course. I know that there are a lot of things going on each day. I tend to front load my course, meaning that the most work will be done in the first half of the semester. So in the last half of the semester, we can apply what we learned through our reading and our writing assignments. And so I really hope that you're enjoying these videos. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.